Welcome to Running Plays with Coach P. Wade. I am Coach P. Wade. And on today's episode, I want to go a little deeper into something I tapped into a little bit on my last video when I talked about it's okay to not be okay. And I touched on high functioning depression. And I've been getting a lot of comments and DMs and even phone calls about a lot of people are experiencing this. And I was just touching on my experience of it, but after talking to a few people, I want to come back and give you all some tips on how to navigate living with high function depression, because I know a lot of people may not have access to a therapist immediately. They may not go on the prescription meds like I talked about what I did, all those things, but you still have life going on. You still got your job. You still got your marriage. You still got your relationship, your kids. You got all these different things, and it can get chaotic. It can get chaotic in here, right? Like, sometimes I used to say my mind was like the Looney Tunes, like da, 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 da. That's how I felt when I lay down at sleep. When I lay down at night to go to sleep, like it's like constantly going. It's like I couldn't stop my mind. It was always going. But I woke up and I was smiling, and everybody thought I was okay, because that's high functioning depression. I was getting things done left and right. Like I said, I was making it happen. I was elevating in life. I was getting promotions, making more money. Things looked great, right? Externally, things looked great, but internally, like I said, I was crumbling. I was in pieces. I was broken, in shambles. Like, man, did not know how to go on. And now that I've gotten through that, I want to be able to pay it forward on some things that I did and learned while I was going through that process, because you may be going through that today, and I want you to get to the other side, because it is beautiful, and you can get into a different space. You can get to the place where you're not showing up in a mask every day, where you got to just pretend, right? Going through life acting. No, I want you to become the author of your own life, and I want you to write it and go through it authentically, and actually go through the human experience and feel the feels, right? And be able to communicate the feels, right? So I'm gonna talk to y'all about a couple things that I did, and this may or may not work for you, but I really think if you try them out, and you stay intentional and consistent with them, they will be good for you. So there's four things I want to talk about. It's going to be one, getting organized, and I'll go deeper into that. Two, I want to talk about getting a social life or a community. Three, I want to talk about exercise. And then the fourth one will be self-care. So these four things helped me get to the other side. I had someone ask me, like, how did you get through it? I had it. It took, I'm breaking it down into four things. These are the four top things for me that I want to give you all. The first one is getting organized. And the reason that one I think is super important, because even as you're going out and maybe if you're high functioning depressed, you're getting things done, you're making it happen, you're getting dinner cooked for your kids, you're picking them up from practice, you're going into work, you're handling things, right? But a lot of things can start falling to the wayside, right? So being organized, having a calendar, a planner, something like that, where you're keeping up with things, because you may start dropping the ball at work, because internally you're breaking, and you're trying to balance all of these things like a clown balancing all these balls. And it may seem like you got it all together because that's who you are, but eventually some of them balls going to start getting dropped, and then they're going to keep dropping. And then you can go from high functioning depression into severe depression. You can move from one space to another, and I don't want that to happen. So get organized in your life. Organize your home so you can have a clear mind. Like when you walk into it from work, when you wake up and you start your day, get organized. Get organized with a routine. So not just things being organized, not just planning and setting things up where it's an organization in your home, but have a routine of organization. So when you wake up in the morning, what are the things you're going to do to pour into yourself so you can get through this day? For me, I do what I call aspire to greatness. And I have a book that's coming out that I'm going to share with everyone very soon. But aspire is an acronym. When you aspire to greatness, you give the first hour of the day to yourself. When I aspire to greatness, I break six things. I'm going to break them down to you into 10-minute increments. And I do this daily. And this is something I did in the past, but I still do it today. Just because you move from, severe depression to high functioning depression to be feeling all right doesn't mean you stop doing the things that got you to feeling better. So when I aspire, the first thing I do is my affirmations. And I don't necessarily do it in this order, but I'm going to give y'all the acronym in the order so it makes sense. But affirmations, I say my positive affirmations to myself. I am capable. I am great. I will achieve this. I can do this, right? I am love. I am peace. If I release control in all things, I can have peace. All of these things. I will not have any financial worries for the rest of 2024. I will do this. I will achieve, right? All these different things. I will feel okay today. Today is going to be a great day. Today will be a great day. Today I will achieve. Today I will feel peace. Today I will be protected. Whatever your affirmations are, I can keep going. There's so many different affirmations, but I do my affirmations. Sometimes I rewrite new ones, or I just say some, or if I'm like really groggy because I get up at 5, I may just listen to something on Spotify, an audio, and listen to someone say the affirmations and let it just go into my soul, or I may repeat it back. So affirmations will be one. The second will be silence, sitting in solitude, sitting by yourself in silence, breathing, meditating. That is so good for your soul. I promise you. Like I used to see people do that back in the day, but then I read a book called Think Like a Monk, changed my life. Like meditation and silence, like how the monks do, like it's some deep stuff, y'all. Like it is deep. If you ever, it's by Jay Shetty. If you ever get a chance, read that book. But meditating, being in silence, or also during that time with the S, I say my prayer. So the S is for silence, prayer, or meditation. You choose what works best for you. So for me, I may watch a video of Jamal Bryan on our group therapy that we do on Tuesdays at our church, or some other pastor. I do my prayer in that time as well. The next thing is the P. That's the pen and pad. So that's where I'm journaling. I'm journaling my thoughts. Today, I'm grateful for this. Yesterday, I accomplished this. Yesterday, I fell short on this. Today, I plan to, whatever you want to journal. But I always will say having some type of gratitude in your journal is great. I got that from Oprah. She had a gratitude journal for years. And then just waking up and feeling grateful and feeling thankful that you got breath in your body. Like 150,000 people die every day. 150,000 people don't wake up to see the next day. So when I wake up, I'm grateful, like I made it, right? So P is pen and pad. The I is improvement, or improve, however you want to use it. You work on whatever you are pursuing at that time that you need to improve on. If you are playing a musical instrument, you'll practice that musical instrument. For me, when I was writing my book, that's what I was improving on. Right now, I have a speech coming up, so I practice my speech during that time. Whatever it is for you that you're working to improve on. If you're building a business and you don't have time throughout your day, use those 10 minutes. And I know it's just 10 minutes, but if you do it every single day, that's 70 minutes a week. Add that up. It starts accumulating. You got to start making progress, right? So improvement, the R is for reading. During that time, I read for 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day, you can finish a book a month for the most part. Sometimes you might have to read a little bit more at night and all that stuff, but read your book. Right now, I'm reading Homecoming by Dr. Tama Bryant, which is an amazing book. I've been able to read a book every single month doing this, all right? And then E is exercise. You can do some light stretching, some yoga. For me, I like to do a little bit more, some jump rope and get my blood going, release endorphins so I can have better mood and improved attitude throughout the day. But I aspire to greatness, right? Have a routine. Also have a nightly routine. What does that look like? What are you watching on TV when you go to bed at night? Like if you are high functioning depression, that type of stuff matters. Are you watching Snapped? Are you watching crime? Are you watching something negative? Are you watching something positive? Are you watching something light? Like for me, I like watching Modern Family when I go to bed. I like watching the Jetsons. I like watching Frog and Toad, or any type of old school Disney cartoon, something very light. Or if I'm not watching TV, there's sometimes where I'm in this space where I want to consume all this knowledge. Like right now, I'm in this space of I need this knowledge. I'm teaching, I'm growing, I'm evolving. So when I go to bed, I also read my book. All depends, but have a routine for the day. When you wake up, have a nightly routine. So getting organized. The second thing we're going to tap into is self-care. You have to put yourself as a priority in your life. You have to put yourself as a priority in your life. And I know for a lot of people, myself, I still struggle with this. We can be people pleasers and we can put other people in front of us. You cannot do that. You have to learn to say no. You have to realize saying yes to others is saying no to yourself. You have to prioritize your self-care. What does that look like? Self-care is different for everybody. Self-care can be going on a walk. Self-care for me, I love getting me a massage. Self-care can be a spa day. Self-care can mean a lot of different things, but pouring into you, whatever that looks like. It can be shopping. I don't know, getting your nails done. Self-care. Find out what that looks like for you, but taking care of self and not taking care of child, husband, wife, boss, everybody else that's pulling from you. No, 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 no. Take care of self. Self-care is going to be so important, and you've got to do it daily. I don't care if it's 10 minutes of self-care, but you got to intentionally do it daily, okay? The other thing is exercise. You got to exercise, even if it's just in the morning. You got to do some type of exercise, right? Even if it's going for a 10-minute, 15-minute walk. Exercising is going to be key, because what exercising does, it releases endorphins, like I was saying, and when you do that, it can improve your mood. It can make you feel a little bit better, right? So exercising, you don't have to go out and lift weights, you don't have to go out running, you don't have to go to a CrossFit gym or anything like that, but you do have to do something to get yourself going. I like jump roping, I like weightlifting. You can do swimming, you can do yoga. There's so many different ways that you can exercise, right? So these are things that you can actually do to start working on getting to the other side of depression, right? And the last thing is, and I may have said these out of order, but the last and final thing that you want to do is socializing. Get a community, get some hobbies, do some things outside your home. There's so many organizations out here that you can join, that you can become a part of, even if it's with your church. Like if you're in a small city, small town, and there's not a lot going on, maybe you can do that. I know for me this year, I joined a church. Oh my God. It's been one of the best decisions I could have made. And church was, for me, something I didn't think I would ever join a church, because of me being masculine presenting. Going into a church just didn't fit, but I found a church where I feel welcome and I have a sense of community there, right? I get to volunteer, I get to help out. I'm also in a speakers community. I joined the Next Level speakers community this year, and that's like a family, y'all. Like, we get to have meetups virtually, we meet up in person. Finding a community, right, that can build you up and make you feel fulfilled in ways that maybe your family can't give you. And that's okay. We can't expect to get all of our fulfillment. A, we got to feel ourselves. But then B, you can't expect to get all your fulfillment from your spouse and your kids. Those are people that, yes, you love them, but sometimes you need something outside of them. And that's okay. And I would hope you're with someone that is okay hearing that. Like I have to have an identity outside of our relationship. I have to have an identity outside of being mom, dad, husband, wife. I have to have an identity outside of that. And that's just the facts of it. So those are the four things I'm going to say. Self-care, exercise, organization, socialization, and community, right? So if you can get those things and really be intentional about them, I really think you can get on a journey to healing, and to get to the other side of this depression, whether it's severe or high functioning. But this is really for high functioning. If it was severe, we're going to have a different conversation. But for my people that are high functioning, first of all, you will get through this. You will get through this, okay? I know it's tough. I know the days are dark. I know it feels like you're drowning in life. I know it. I know it feels like you can't come up for air at times, right? And no one knows. It's like what's that old Babyface song? Nobody knows it but me. Like at night you crying, you feel like life is over. You feel like today got to be my last day, because tomorrow I can't take this anymore. I'm going to freaking break. I get it, y'all. But I am here to tell you that if you choose to do some work, right? Pain is inevitable. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. Suffering is optional, right? And I know that may seem like, dang, I'm not choosing to suffer. You're not choosing to suffer, but happiness is a choice. We have to choose to be happy. We have to choose to take steps to become better. We can't just become so overwhelmed in it and just feel like, become buried. And I know it's hard. It's easier said than done, because I've been buried. I've been weighed down under the blanket, not facing the day. I've been there, so I completely get it. And I'm not just saying, oh, just do these things. No, it's going to be hard, but push through. Push through, get you an accountability partner, get you one person that you trust that you can check in with, even if that one person is me. I will comment back to you. I will talk to you because I want you to get to the other side of this. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here for money, checks. I'm here to make an impact, help people's lives, help people's minds. That's what my purpose in life is. And I'm doing this as a vessel. So I want you to be okay, but I know you'll be okay. But first, make a choice. After you watch this video, make a decision. I'm going to choose to be happy. Put it in your affirmations. I will be happy. I choose to be happy. I will no longer suffer. I will no longer suffer in silence. All right. So, y'all, those are the things that I have for you today. I hope they were helpful. If you like this video, please like it. Please share it. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep on coming with the content. Every week I'll be dropping an episode, and I'll be putting out videos, shorts all the time for you all. Okay. We're on this journey together, y'all. So that's all I got, y'all. Coach P. Wade, I'm out.